when this software was implemented, what was the cause that you said this isn't operating correctly? What was the red flag that popped up for you? Is it part of the, obviously it's part of the reason for the 155 delay, but what was the red flag that said we cannot continue on this path?
Sir, I wasn't in this position for either of the two iterations. For the second iteration, again, I wasn't here for that, but there was a lack of confidence in the ability to make a payment and an accurate payment. And obviously, if you're not doing that, the system is not working, and we cannot not pay an accurate rate to a veteran. And I believe that, as well as delays, were the two overriding factors that the organization made for discontinuing that previous effort. We have not encountered those issues with RES to date.
Okay. I thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
The gentleman yields back. I now recognize my friend from the great state of Kentucky, Mr. McGrath.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And with all of the questions asked by my colleagues up here, I just want to start with a really simple question. Who's in charge of this program?
I am the executive director of the program, sir. I'm in charge of it.
Then why don't you have answers for how to fix it?
Sir, I think we do, and that's part of our 6-point plan that is leading into our strategic roadmap. There's not just one answer. We could put more bodies in there, but counselors in the field are still doing manual math, manual data entry. We've got too many forms and complicated processes. As we've been going through RES development, and even prior to that, we've gone through the elimination of forms. So it's not just one simple answer. It's a combination of we need a whole lot of things to be fixed in the people, process, and technology space.
It's not one simple answer, but it seems to be an ongoing problem. And it's not a problem that developed last week. And you've known about these problems, right? You heard Mr. Levin talk about the fact that there are veterans in San Diego who are waiting 15 to 18 months to hear back, which is completely unacceptable. But this is in line. We have a letter here from the Student Veterans of America. They did a survey in which they show that nearly half of the respondents, 48%, reported meeting with their VRC, their counselor, their veteran resource counselor, within 1 to 3 months of entering the program. However, almost 20% waited 4 to 6 months or longer. 20%, which of course we can guess what that means. And then of course it said that 38% reported that their counselor was rarely or never available, and only 1 in 4, 25% of the people using this program, are saying that they can always get a hold of the people they need to access these benefits. I just remind you of who we're serving. We are not just serving our veterans. We are serving our veterans who have a service-related disability. These are our men and women who were willing to put on a uniform to sacrifice everything for us, and in some cases sacrificed a great deal. And this program, which we have a letter here from the VFW, they say, the Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment Program is incredibly successful. VR&E has been described by veterans as a life-changing opportunity that puts them on the path for success. But then even the VFW immediately follows that sentence by saying, however, many informed the VFW they did not receive sufficient guidance to navigate this process. They complain about the amount of time it takes for our veterans to get these benefits that they have earned. And we're at the holidays right now. You mentioned that wait times in San Diego are 155 days. If I told you that you could go on Amazon right now to get a holiday present for somebody, but the shipping time was 155 days, would you do it?
No, sir.
Okay. What happens when these veterans can't get these benefits in a timely manner, when they are waiting 4 to 6 months or longer, 155 days? It makes them less likely, and this is shown in the studies, this is shown in the surveys we have in front of us, it makes them less likely to access these benefits, to get not just what they want. The example I gave you was a want. What they need and what they want is meaningful employment after the service. And so we want to help you guys out, but it seems like we're always getting people up here who are saying, we'll get back to you, we'll look into that, we'll take care of that, there's a 6-point plan, but we have data that says veterans haven't been accessing their benefits for 15 to 18 months. when is that going to get better?
Sir, even in the instance of San Diego, with the addition of the partner stations, we've seen those numbers already start to go down. Again, the wait times are unacceptable, and I do believe, which is the reason I wanted to run this program, that it is the gold standard. It does change veterans' lives. It has previously been underutilized, and we are seeing the exact opposite. Since 2001, we've seen an 82.5% increase in our applications. That just was never predicted. While we predicted PACT Act growth, you base it on historical trends, we've never seen growth like this. We've never seen levels of our participation like this. We absolutely need to get better, and I think the 6-point plan that we've implemented and implemented half of it thus far, and our strategic roadmap are going to get us to where we need to be.
And I see my time is running out. We want to help you with that. I mean, I know that we do share the same goals, and I appreciate you coming in front of the committee today. But we do share those goals, and we want to make sure that the counselors and veterans are not just relying solely on some of the technology, that we have more counselors, that we have measures in place to ensure that veterans have that access to the essential one-on-one counseling, that we get this right. So, Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back to you, but obviously this is something we definitely want to work with you guys on to make sure our veterans get that incredibly important, timely access to these benefits that they've earned.